What is going on, guys? Wanted to give you my next COMC store update. A lot of things going on right now. COMC dropped a bunch of features, so I have some videos coming out on that just to show you COMC Agent, your personal card shopper. I have not tried that as of yet. Bulk price editor, I actually recorded this a little bit earlier today. If my voice sounds strained, well, it is because I just got back from the National. It is Sunday. And, I want to get this video done as soon as possible because it's going to be a busy week playing catch up from all the work that I missed for both my full-time job as well as data freelancing. So figured record it now and then, work on everything else. Regardless, I dropped off a lot of cards at COMC's booth. I believe I dropped off like 1,300 the first day. And then I came back on Saturday and dropped off, to say anywhere from 300 to 400 cards, somewhere around there. I know it was like 270. Yeah, it was like 350 cards. So 270 just regular cards. There's other stuff that I sent in as well. But yeah, it's time for the store update. So let me just log in over there and show you what is going on. Again, make sure to pay attention because a lot of new features are coming out over here. So I'm just gonna go to my dashboard and then yeah, funny enough, I actually did buy a decent amount of cards the last few hours. People put some fresh inventory on the website, and yeah, I went ham. Actually, I started with like $700 today in available store credit. So, the spending doesn't stop even when the National ends. But regardless, what I do is go over some of the grading orders that I sent in. I got some grades back. Also go over seller stats and stuff like that. So right now, I have about 20,500 cards in my inventory. 19,000 are for sale. Asking price is 67, which may seem down from previous videos because it is. I used the new pricing tool and I repriced some of my stale inventory. So I want to see if that makes an impact in this month. One of the things I want to do eventually is do some data analysis and see what works or not on the platform. So yeah, it'll be fun. I took 10% off of everything that hasn't been, it is 6 months or older on the website, which I would consider as a stale metric. So we're taking a look at that, and we'll see. Because right now I probably average anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 in sales each month. But the one caveat is I do have a lot of stuff coming into the platform. So if you see over here, I have about 123 cards that are due on 9/2. Those are my slabs, I want to say. And then this was from Chantilly, the 1,048 and 826. And then I have obviously the 1,300 first day, the next 350 from the next day, right? So I have a lot of stuff coming into the platform still. So I should see a pretty big bump on over there. And you can see Volt details, right? Graded card 4 week, right? And apparently there's progress. So I don't know why it says 5%. If there's actually none in there, I don't know. Either way, a lot of stuff going in on that side of things. Tons of offers over here. Maybe we'll go through some of those as well. But yeah, I'll show you my stats for last month. So if I go to sales by month, you can see I sold 4,600, which again, if you look at like everything this year, right? 51, 46, 7, 46, 5, 38, 46. So like, it's right online. It's actually pretty good because I do have a lot of stale inventory on the platform. Again, hasn't been repriced or anything like that. So I should expect over 5 this month if everything goes to plan. Hopefully trying to aim for 6. And you can see like we're already 3 days, or not even third day 3 right now, already $350 that have sold in August, right? So I'm super happy with that. Already we're off to a pretty good start over there. And yeah, so let's jump into my sales for July. I'll just open that up over here. What I wanted to show you guys also before I do that, let's go into some grading submissions because I actually got some grades back. So if I go over here and I go into my grading submissions, we will scroll down. So jump down below over here and we can take a look at stuff. I don't know the exact dates these came back. These are all new, I believe, for you guys. We've shown that on the channel. Okay. I don't know if I've shown this one, but we'll start with this one and then we'll work our way backwards. So up first is this Shakespeare. So I took a look at this. Usually these Ogdens, if they don't have surface issues, they're pretty good to grade. That one came back as a 4. So kind of expected that, 4 to 5 range. Robert Shaw got this back as a 5, which kind of shocked me. I was hoping for a 2. So good. This is going to my PC, this Babe Didrikson. These are very tough to find. You can see there's staining issues and stuff like that on the back. I don't really care. It's a pretty nice card. This Garrett Cole was an awesome surprise. You can see number 2 of 25. It came back a 10. 10-10 actually. And I'm going to miss SGC grading on the platform. SGC, I've sent a lot in over time. But yeah, that's going to now go to PSA and CGC a lot more. These Edgar Allan Poes, right? These would be essentially stuff I'd be sending to CGC. And you can see both these. I got one. Actually, I sold one of these to Nick over at CGC too. Talked to him a little bit here at the National as well. But he had grabbed one of these. So essentially I got these buy one, get one, right? I keep one for my collection. I sold the other one. This Varden, in my opinion, was a little disappointing. I thought it was going to get like a 5 or a 6. It looked really nice. And then it came back a 4. And you can see like in the slab, it looks really nice for a 4. But it happens. I need to price that one out still. I have it. This over here, this Shakespeare, it ended up getting a 3, which is about in line, right? I think I was aiming for a 3 on that one. So it makes sense. There was some value over there getting that into a 3. This Chaplin, going straight to my PC. This is a good CGC example. They do a good job with non-sports. And you can see our Charlie Chaplin right over there, 1.5 grade. I want to say this is from Norway, if I remember correctly. Very, very tough card to find. Okay. Other stuff that came in. So Steamer Titanic. This is a postcard. I've sold actually a few of these that have been graded. So I won this in a COMC auction. This came back a 4, which should be about $200 to $250, I want to say. I'm into this card way less. I want to say I'm into it like $50. And then I got this Jack Johnson. I think I was supposed to be in profit if I got a 2 on this. And this is the hard part because like I may actually keep that one. And you can see it came back into a 3. 1920s Beagles postcards. So really, really nice on that. Or, if I do set up at card shows, this would be a really awesome piece to have on my table because it kind of stands out. So just to show you guys what's in my grading backlog right now, this was a direct to grading that I put in over here. This should be a 9. This was something that I dropped off at Chantilly. I actually found it in a bargain bin, a Kershaw rookie numbered to 25, which I think it's a steal. Montigum Alice Coopers, 2 of those. Albert Pujols numbered to 245. There's pretty big value add if this comes into a 10. A Garrett Cole, another PSA one over here. Another big value add on there. Pafko Rizzuto, both of those, the auto and the other one. Jackie Refractor and Laurel Hardy. Again, this has a lot of value if I just get this in a 1, I want to say. So I think like a 1 sold for like $199. So it'll be nice in the PSA slab. So there's that. I need to do a lot more grading submissions. People just smoke me on there, but I just haven't had a chance to research it as much as I should. So going back over here, we talked about, my repricing. Total sales, I'm at 81, so still on track to hit 100 this year. So pretty happy with that. I did take another $2,000 off the platform. So I want to say I've taken $3,000 or $4,000 off this year. That came in clutch for the National, by the way. Just going through bins and buying stuff as well. I should have probably prepped a little bit better for the National and taken a little bit more money off the previous months. I had kind of a crazy few weeks before the National, so I couldn't spend as much as I normally would. But that's another video in itself. Let's jump into my seller stats now. So you already saw I sold $4,600 worth of stuff. What I want to do, like always, is we'll go into the sales price by the most and then see what happens. So first, I actually sold a cricket card. So a 1896 Loman, and I paid up for this a while ago. So I don't know how well this was at $200, but these are very, very tough. Not a super liquid card, right? And here is it on that side of things, right? Added 2024, it took a year. Drysdale Morel Meats. This was a COMC auction, paid $62, sold in for $78. Hoyts, bought this at a card show, I want to say, or as part of a big Gaudi deal. I figured Gaudi Hall of Famers, they sell anywhere from $50 to $80. So 76 on there. Mantle World Series, $75 on that one as well in a 4. Which, by the way, this is a poor 4. This should not have gotten a 4 if I was a grader. 62 Clemente, 59 into $71. I actually have a decent amount of vintage coming to the platform, so I'm super excited for that to see how that goes. 1954 Scoops. I bought a bunch of these once at a show. I sold that one for $50, which is amazing. Otani, 46 to 51. Here's another eBay auction. Jimmy Collins. This is Eddie Collins pictured. T206 Relic. These are pretty cool. $30 to 47. Kobe Bowman Best on that side of things, 41 to 46. Here's Edgar Allan Poe that I ended up selling. So $42 on that. So essentially buy one, get one free, right? So there's that. Well, not really buy one, get one free, but made a little bit of money on top of that. Warren Spawn, 4 or 5. Got this at an auction for $10 once. So great on there. Charles Darwin, $22 to $40. These Darwins always sell really well for me. Popular card. These actually, in my personal opinion, should be like $100 plus cards. Household name. They're not the easiest to source. I usually sell ones in bad shape for $40. Nicer ones, $100 all day long. James Doolittle, $40 on this Chickle. So pretty nice over there. Bernard King, another eBay auction, so pretty nice over there. Pretty poor shape, but you can see that went to $27 to $38. I sold this the same day, $30 to $38 for this Adam LaRoche 101. Maybe I should have priced it a little bit higher, but still, you can't pass that up. 81 Arby's Mattingly, $30 to $36. Mattingly stuff just crushes on the platform. Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver. I'm surprised how cheap this is. Honestly, if I set up at card shows, this is something that I would have just like pulled off the platform and put in my booth, because I feel like you could easily get $50 for this card to the right person. This is amazing card. Ketchel over here, really kind of an underrated boxer, $30. Brooks Robinson SJC 5, something I bought directly for the platform when I had it. Herschel Walker, this was a huge flip, $6 into $33 for team names, and you can see the big S over here. Nice. W.A. Rowe, Ginter, these always do really well, and even poor shape on the platform. I figure I can get anywhere from $30 to $50 on these rowers and other sports like that. You can see I got 35. 2018 Mel Ott, again, really nice piece of jersey over here. You can see like the seam lines and stuff like that, or if it's a pants, I can't remember what it is. Game used material, right? $33 on that, which that's what Mel Ott stuff goes for. 1999 Tony Gwynn Refractor, figured that was a $30 plus card, sold it for $34. 52 Hank Bauer, $24 to $30. Piazza Refractor, $18 to $30. These 90s refractors crush it for me. 58 Frank Robinson to $25. Bought this very long time ago, so it's all right. Otani, 23 to 27. Tom Brady number to 2,500, 17 to $25 for 2002. Pujols Gold Refractor, again, gold, it's always do well, $11 to $23. These flags, always sell these about $20. So Delaware, Holland also on here, the flags of all nations. Derek Jeter gold, $20 to $23, not a huge profit over there. Tom Brady Sports Illustrated for Kids, 15 to 21. Mookie Wilson buyback auto, 14 to 21. Omar Savoli, I don't know who that is. I bought this apparently a very long time ago, $10 to $20. Probably a somewhat famous of a soccer player or football player. Georgia, $20, right? Clayton Kershaw, $17 to $20. 1891 Ginter, $20. Clayton Kershaw, $17 to $20. Sammy Baugh, again, these fake patches, they do so well on the platform. Anytime I'm in bargain bins, I try to grab these. 14 to $20. Mantle number to 75, $20. General Stewart over here, $20 as well. These Ginters are bad shape, but these N15s are very tough. Joey Votto, right? $18 over there. Michael Jordan hologram. You can see again, $12 to $18. So I'm giving it pretty well margin wise these last few cards. 14 to 18 Kobe Blackhawk, $18. Another Kobe, $12 to $18. Jordan, this sold instantly. I probably priced it too cheap. I know these black refractors do really well. That one sold for $18. Nolan Ryan, $12 to $18 for the Nestle version over here. I think there wasn't many on the platform. This looked actually pretty nice. And then Pennsylvania, again, $17 on there. I'm going right at those. Dakota, another 17 bucks. Chipper, 17 bucks. Bobby Bell, 1971 tops. I believe that's one. Oh, I was gonna say I bought it off the platform, but I bought it here for 7 bucks. Harper, number to 150, 17. Stanton Black, 16 bucks. He's been crushing it. I really hope it's 500 home runs. I have a ton of his rookie cards. I used to collect Stanton a lot because he's one of the best players from Florida. Sam Rice, right? Relic, nice, 16 bucks. Ali, 15 bucks. Ortiz Refractor, probably priced that too low. Sold for 15 bucks. Famous golfer on social media. She is sold for 15 bucks over there. Blake Griffin, 15 bucks. Rhode Island, $15. Arenado Refractor, $15. Again, stuff I like. Parrish, 15 bucks. David Robinson, 15 bucks. Kershaw, $15. And we're on a roll. Summer Camp Trout. I think I have another one of these, but kind of a popular card. Idaho, $15. Mike Timlin, 15 bucks. So, like, if you're going through boxes, which I didn't actually see a lot of these at the National, but if you're going through boxes, you see these retired relics. You can figure, or not relics, but retired autos. You can figure they're anywhere from like $8 to $15. So if you can pick them up, $5, $6. These 2010 or 2012 Harpers, I picked up a few of these. I want to say I paid like $7 or $8 each at the National. They print money on the platform. Mantle manufactured relic, 15 bucks on this. I saw this, the guy listed right away. Here, look, the other trout I was talking about, $4.90 to 14 bucks. Kobe, 14, right? Idaho, 14. Fergie Jenkins, Hall of Famer slab. Kobe, 9 to 13. Scotty, this Beam Team, 9 to 13. Kershaw, Jordan, Derek Thomas, Barry Sanders, Triple Crown, Mickey Mantle. Chippers, these SPs, 9 to 12 over there. Long time on the platform. Kyle Stowers, Kirby Puckett, 8 to 11. Wyoming, this was pretty bad back, so that's why it was only 12. Martin Luther, I'm surprised he sold for so much. Felt like it was a little over. Ichiro, took a chance on this one. The red, 11 bucks. Jim White to 11.40. Andre Ethier, 6 to 11. COA included on this Duke, 9 to $11. All these Kershaw rookies, 7 to 11 each. Bo Jackson, 7 to 11. Soriano, 5 to 10. Shakespeare, I'm not sure what. Oh, that has a little crease or something like that. It didn't look too bad. 10 bucks. Pete Alonso Refractor, 10 bucks. Ichiro Variation, 10 bucks. Freddie Freeman, 10 bucks. We'll go through one more page. And by the way, I don't know how much you guys like me going through the pages. I always just try to figure 3 for these. King Felix, this sold like right away, so I probably underpriced it. Judy Garland, right, 10 bucks, probably about right there. Kershaw, 10 bucks for rookie. 80, 81 with Dr. J on there, about 10 bucks too. Mattingly, base, tops. Did not see any of these in the bargain bin. $10. Peyton Manning, Breeze, Dirk. Ripken Relic, 10 bucks. Kerry Wood, Black Refractor. Man, I didn't realize that sold so fast. I remember buying this. It was like 50-50 on buying it or not. I'm glad that I saw that there. Eddie Murray, found this in a bargain bin for $4 at the National. They move really fast. Sean Taylor, a Pele over here. I don't even remember buying that, but you can see why. 2024, I bought it. What else over here that's pretty nice? Stay in School. Another one I didn't think would sell that well, but it did, right? Like a month. This one was another one I didn't think would sell too well. $7 there. It's interesting though. There's some stuff you take chances on. I figured that would sell pretty well. What else over here? Connie Hawkins, some vintage basketball. Rocco Baldelli, another one I kind of took a chance on. Baldelli, famous for the Rays. $7. Gold refractors just do well all the time, especially older ones. Duke Snyder, and then Queen Elizabeth. So I'll just glance really fast. Next page. I really should look at these more just to get some idea of what's moving for me. But I really don't, to be honest with you guys. Minus when I do these videos, I do the recaps. All right, let's go to the cheap stuff because I know people like that as well. So let's go over here. I really wish COMC had a percentage column, like what were your biggest flips? Like that would be amazing over here, but they don't. I could do that pretty easily if I exported this out. I think I did that when I made that one Streamlit COMC tool a while ago, but it doesn't really matter to me. Marvel, no surprises there. I sold a lot of these 10 cents to 17 cents each. Nolan Ryan, 15 to 19. Scottie Pippen. Try to find these like really, really cheap ones. Like these obviously it's not worth your time to go and flip for 5 cents, but I was already in a portfolio that had a good deal, so I just bought them. Sometimes they had like 4 or 5 of these, so I just bought them all out, right? You can see tons of Larry Walkers, 17 to 30 cents. Like that just seems cheap for Larry Walker. I bet you there's priced up. They're not too bad. Like, in my opinion, one day these will be like $1 each. Just go in here and buy them all. I mean, there's a ton, right? And like it's a long-term project on that. But I mean, if you're at a show, these Larry Walkers, you could probably sell $1, $2. And again, if I do set up at shows, which I'm thinking about setting up maybe at shows later this year, might be some strategies, right? Maybe we could talk about strategies of taking cards off COMC to set up, different things like that. It could be interesting. Anyways, just going through, you can see like all these Bigios sold, like again, really good card show inventory at 50 cents each. Like you could price these at $1, and I'm sure that's what Cards and More are doing. I mean, it just makes sense. Even things like this, these Mickey Mouses numbered, right? So like this is numbered over here 999. Like I feel like if this was in like a $3 bin, no one would complain, right? And you're making a lot more now than 20 cents. So there's that. Again, just more of this type of stuff over here. A 1984 USFL base. And so yeah, that is essentially the COMC recap. I do have a video on the repricing tool coming out really, really soon. And hope you guys do enjoy these videos. Again, they take a lot of effort to make. One off taking a look at a few offers, right? So Southpaw offered me $17. I acquired this pretty early. It's 20% off. We'll offer them back into 20. Go back over here, my dashboard. Let's see what else. I already looked at this one. Unfortunately, my card sold, so I have to reject it. Like I think it was a pretty good offer, but you can see like I can't. I wish, again, another thing. I wish you could like remodify the offer. Like, so essentially what COMC would do is to use the same percentage across the board and just take this card out. Like, I really wish that was an offer, or just to let the person know, like, hey, this card sold. You have to rearrange their offer, especially on bulk offers like that. So I have to reject it unless you guys know another way. What else over here? I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, it's again 20% off, but like 6.8. Go back over here. I don't really like the 20% off unless it's like super stale, and I might actually turn that off because of the reprice tool that I'm gonna be doing. But go a few more. We'll also look at like new inventory, see if there's anything interesting in there. $11 to $13. I've had this since why does it have a thing on there? Did I might have repriced it. Like that could have been it. Let's see. It was probably because I repriced it. I mean, these are so liquid. That's actually a good deal there, $12 too. I mean, I could literally just sell this and just rebuy this one. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's 2% off. Like, why am I not going to accept it? Because I did reprice it down to 14. Like, done. Not even a question. I could literally just rebuy this and just put it at 14.4. Oh, technically 13.4 because that says there. And I think this will move. So we'll do that. Is there a big jump? Yeah, let's try that. I mean, not the biggest margins, but it's a 13.4. It's kind of funny though. Like I just sold it for there. All right, let's see what else we have over here. $5. Like that's more than what I'm asking for it now. So negative 1%. So we'll accept that. I think I'm not complaining. I should have probably just repriced at 5%. This already sold, so reject offer. $2.46 to $4. Like that's fine. Like it's a modern Brady. Like I don't think there's anything special there. Again, it's honestly pretty funny that like my price is cheaper than that now, which all my cheaters are probably gonna be cheaper than that. Let's see some others. And again, I don't even know how many people watched to the end of this, but I'm into this for 560, 650. How long? 824. Fine. It's been forever. You can see like there's a bunch at 490. and then it jumps to $6. Like, honestly, I'm gonna probably, I mean, I could just buy them, but I'll let someone else do it. I think they'll sell at $6. They really should, but I used to have a lot of these. We'll put this at like 7. Doesn't really matter too much. What I want to do now, really quick, we'll just go to baseball, see if there's anything intriguing that got recently added. You guys can see some of my thoughts on this. These just don't get the love they should. Like, you can see like 34 cents. And they don't sell that often. Some of those 90s archives do really well, some don't. Fernando's really popular. It's a buyback. Just kind of show you. That's mine. I just bought that and repriced it. A lot of these baseball are gonna be mine that I just bought and repriced. How much is that? 280. That doesn't sound too bad. Mantle Maze Aaron has a ton of those though. That kind of scares me. We'll pass. Anything else interesting? And why I'm going so fast is I already saw a decent amount of these. $3 doesn't seem too bad there. Seems like something's on sale. Yeah, something's on sale. Where do these jump to? Usually these are like $5 at shows. I'm curious, like, do we see a big jump or do we see subtle? We see subtle. I mean, it's still not bad at $3. Like, it'll move. I can price this at $3.49. It'll sell. You can see like 63 sell over a quarter. So like, not the biggest margins, but it's fine. Like, I'm not too concerned on it. Put 349. Like, this isn't a card I'm gonna lose money on, right? What else over here? And you know, there's a lot of different ways we could filter. Can I like the manufactured patches when I can too? Let's see if there's any that have been added in over here. You can see some of my searches. Doesn't really matter. Okay. This could be a 249 one. That's too high at $32. Ike Davis doesn't sell. Cole Hamels might be a little interesting there, but he's coming up to Hall of Fame next year. Jason Hayward, this is early. I don't know how much of these sell, but $1 seems really, really cheap. I believe if these are green, it means also like these are on sale. Ryan Howard could be another interesting one. Bob Feller, $1.66. That could be a little interesting. Nolan Ryan at 7. That might be a little interesting. Steven Drew, I've seen him sell a few times. All right, we'll go a little more. I've seen these before. All right, let's see some of these data. Oh, well, that explains why. It's a extra $1 to ship this one, so I'm not gonna buy that one. There's no reason. $3.49. Again, not a lot of room there, because you can see it goes to $3.70, then $4.70, and these are a little bit older. $1.25 to $2. This is perfect. $1 each on these cards. I'll make stuff like this doesn't really show in the video because it's like it's a $2 card, but like there's a pretty good margin there. And I actually want to see what this guy also has recently listed. Okay, what's next? Bob Feller isn't selling. Interesting. This guy priced it over there. I would have thought Feller would have sold pretty nice on these, but apparently not. I'll probably pass. Nolan Ryan, there's 2 of these right now. I'm gonna look at an eBay, see what these are at. Steven Drew just hasn't sold in there. So let's take a look at eBay really fast and go over here and just see. All right, so what we're gonna do is just paste these in. 2011 tops, patch. Like, this is probably on the edge. I mean, I probably would get $8 to $10, but sometimes I'll just double check. And what we'll do is just take a look at some sold listings to see what these are at. That Texas Ranger one's pretty nice. So we'll look at some sold listings. You can see this one is sold for $9.73 on there, which is that card over here. This is sold for $12, $12, $7. Like, the Angels, I would assume, are probably his like least favorite for like a lot of the people. You can see that sold for $7, $15. Like, that sold for $15 too. These don't do as well. But like the big patches like that on famous teams do extremely well. So I look at this at like $7. I think there's room to make a little bit on it. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but And again, like I'd be going way faster than what I'm doing right now. But and again, I always can reprice these, right? Like eventually it gets to a point where someone would want to buy them. I'm gonna buy these each and like reprice them at like $9.99. Again, not a ton of room, but go over here and just buy these out. So view cart, store credit, purchase. And you can see over here, I also have this guy that's on sale. We'll just walk through that really fast. Again, if you guys want to see stuff like this, just let me know. Done. Okay. So just going over here, right? This guy has tons and tons of stuff. So like, a lot of different ways that you could go through this. $600 is ridiculous on that card. That's not worth it. $17 for Jim Edmonds, also not worth it. So it's interesting. Like some of the stuff is like way crazy high, but then you find things like that, like this tribute guaranteed, probably not worth it. I'm done. Again, the satchel page, like this is too much over here. These 2004 sweet spots do well though. You can see that's at $37. I don't think it's worth it, but I'll just double check for the video purpose and like maybe we'll end it over here. So I'm gonna do 2004 sweet spot satchel page. Let's see if this is correct or not. Again, there's a lot of ways you can comp stuff. You can see this one over here is $40, right? And this lower numbered, this one's 55. So again, it's definitely not worth it. I'm curious what these sell for. I bet you it's like a $20 to $30 sale. $15, $10, 10. I think you could probably get $20. I think we'll probably just end it off over there. Let's look at one more category real quick. We'll look at non-sports because I like non-sports a lot. I didn't mean to do Star Wars. I don't know much about Star Wars, although I did buy one Star Wars card. These Disney 100s do really well. Some of the refractors as well as the base. So I might take a look at some of these. A lot of these Lion Maids are nice too. One thing, another kind of small, it's super minor critique. This probably should be under other sports as well as non-sports because this is a cricketer, Donald Bradman. $10 there, nothing. I can't really do anything. Like I could buy these out, put them at $249, but like there's no room. Again, two of these at $10, which is not in the world, right? But like nothing there. We'll close those out. I always like doing old stuff too, just to see. Sometimes there's like some really rare non-sports that gets put over here. This is that the same brand from earlier? I want to say it is. And I always like seeing some of these, what people put on the platform too. Is like, you can just go into something like that. And again, maybe this should be like another video, but it's fine. You can see like this guy has a lot of oddball stuff. How many cards does he have over here? I don't know. I trimmed Ogden over here. It's mentioned as it's good, but like this is tripped. It's missing the bottom. Which my own thoughts on trimmed cards and stuff like that. A lot of really cool stuff here though. These are chocolate cards that are pretty rare. He has 7 pages. Maybe I could just filter for non-sports. What was I gonna do? I'll look really quick at 1880s because that's kind of an era I buy a lot from. And we'll go each of these, just look at recently added, and we'll call it a video. Rowing, Egypt, Idaho, like that's already priced there. I've seen the Idaho. Over here, I've seen these, nothing new on there. Also, I kind of wish, like when you're looking through stuff like this, I wish there was like a mention, like you've already seen this item. It would save a lot of time. I've seen all these before. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, I've seen these. Seen these as well. That Washington isn't badly priced. I might have an opportunity there. Oh, that's my friend's store. Really good for non-sports. He actually went to the U.S. National too. I want to say these are like 1924 Ogden, Washington. I bet you I could probably get a nice 36 to 40 bucks on that. That's a nicer one at 26 bucks though. I guess they're going down a little bit. That's over 22 bucks. They're down a little bit. That's fine. I'll pass on it, but Like card show wise, you could get $40 on that all day long. Anything else over here? Some cool Disney stuff. Nothing. A lot of slabs from the slab promo. A lot of Disney stuff again. Judy Garland. This actually might be worth it. I don't know what these are going for now, but like, again, it's early Judy Garland stuff. I'm just going to double check on that. Another really good non-sports guy on there. Henry. Might just do Terra Peak on this one, to be honest with you guys. Again, if you don't want to see this in another video, perfectly fine. I just wanted to experiment a little bit. Might make it a full video too, like finding deals and stuff like that. This one, yeah, it's the oversized one. 2.5 did 90. This isn't the oversized one though. Where all these are going for, like, you know, 30, anywhere from 20 to $30. So I've seen some graded ones also. An authentic men's size did $30. PSA 2 did $30. So probably not it. Although it's not this pose. This is definitely a rare pose on there. You can see there's writing on there. So get like a PSA MK. Still a nice card though. So if you're a Judy Garland fan, there's that there. But I'm gonna pass on it. Parade Flags of the World. I wonder if they have the United States one. I'm pretty sure these are the ones with the military stuff on the back. Yeah, I just bought a few of these overseas. Ooh, you can see Douglas MacArthur on the back. I just graded mine. This might be a pretty good one. He added 2 of those. I'm thinking about buying these. Might buy these. What else does Mike have? This is why I get spend so much time on the platform sometimes, just going through this stuff. I'm closing these out. Doesn't have a ton of stuff, some wrong back, things like that. But that's because why I like this too. MacArthur, famous for the war, stuff like that. I'm actually curious if I can sell these or not. What other stuff does this guy have? Marine Corps could be an interesting one. Only 8 pages. This isn't a top set, is it? Someone mentioned tops on one of their listings. I don't think it is. I had to be a mistake. Israel sold for like $10. I think I'm gonna probably try this. Again, I could be way off on here, but I honestly might just buy these and see. I mean, it's not a bad price at 15. I can always just reprice them. I'm gonna look at one more thing really fast. A really nasty one did like $3. And the Marine Corp one has sold for like $10 before with creasing. So does he have the Marine Corp one? Let me see. Another one over here sold for like $10 with some nasty creasing too. Wonder if they're on VCP. They just, all right, well, that's my last thing to look up. Last thing, we'll look that up. All right, set name, non-sports. I don't even know if it's gonna be on VCP. 1950 parade. Maybe they just have it under parade. Not over here. Nothing on PSA, I assume. Like sale wise. Let's see though. Could check card ladder as well. No sales at all. But I have seen world. But it's like the other 50s US flag stuff, they just sell really well. Philippines sold for $6. I think this is worth it. I think you could sell it. Who's on the back of this Marine Corps one though? Or is this Bad Edge? Sergeant. I don't know. I'm buying these US ones though for sure. We're gonna buy these. I don't think they're worth getting graded. Oh, I didn't mean to say that's bad. This has a stain of some sort. So like these are low grade. Mine I just got in was pretty nice. I think though there's maybe some opportunity on the Marine Corps. There's like it's military themed and there's military collectors. Is there any other Marine Corps stuff on there? There isn't. But I do want to see, were the other ones cheap too? Here's other stuff. Like it. Ooh, George Kelly. Hall of Famer. Man. I have to make a decision. Let me buy these though. And then I'll just double check that George Kelly. Double check that really fast, and then we'll just go into there. So going back into VCP. Could be another really good item for the inventory. So player name, George Kelly, baseball. Go to Nielsen's. Because that's pretty early. I don't think he has many early 20s stuff. What type is this? I guess we'll look at both. All sales. SGC3 sold for 150, so that's probably about right. I was thinking these are like $200. A PSA 1.5 on the Type 2 sold for, you know, $110. A BVG2 sold for 150. I might should offer this guy because we'll see. We'll do an offer, make offer. Do the solid $1 series at 111. I think there's an opportunity at 111. Not the biggest opportunity, but we'll send it in. We'll say 111.3. Probably will get rejected, but made that offer. Anything else on here really quick just to look? Seems like he added a lot of stuff. Go to highest price, and then we'll do non-sports. All right, so hockey stuff. Dave Bancroft's a Hall of Famer too. Maybe we'll just filter by Hall of Famers. All right, so this is version 2. We know exactly because of that there. Bancroft, where's Bancroft at right now? All right, Bancroft sale wise, a 3 sold for $96. Another 3 sold for $175. Another 3 sold for $130. An SGC4 sold for $130. Terrible. This actually isn't a bad deal over here. And I think this is pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Another 3 sold for $200. This is a great buy. I shouldn't even argue. Like even just pricing it like $99. Purchase. Cool. All right, these are Hall of Famers. Offered already on the George Kelly. Might have to come back and look at some of this other stuff. Max Carey, I forgot about him. Tom Golo, that looks pretty nice, but it's so-see. Look really quick on the next one. I don't think this is a poor one too. Turnover. Yeah, paper loss. Max Carey's probably not worth it. But, you know, I always like to do my due diligence. So we'll just go over here and look Max Carey real quick. And we'll call it. Max carrying a one about a $60 card on this one over here. Let's take a look at the other one, but he's a lot of earlier stuff. So just check 1922 and I'll call the video over here. So other one over here, Nielsen, this is a type 1. And last sale I see is 2021 for 130. Another one at $35, but that's 2008. Type 1s don't sell that often, so maybe I pass on that. And last thing, let's look at the non-sports. So go to non-sports, and then we'll call it. But thanks again, guys, for checking out this video. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if these do pretty well. Might take a chance on those. Switzerland, Viking, Iberia. Might take a chance on those. All right. Last research on these. He didn't have anything else, I don't think, that I wanted. I mean, that's an easy $249. Just price it and forget about it. But there's a lot of $2 ones there. All right, let's check these last ones. Near full set in bad shape did $100. That was in 2022. There's different color backs. Let's see. What do the Confederate ones do? There's a lot of people that like Civil War stuff. None of these have sold. Interesting. And I know I have it on my second screen, but I'm just trying to see something real quick. This might be you don't see this that often on here. These are interesting though. All right, first American I see sold for $1, but that was in 2022. Another one sold for $3. I'm gonna pass on those. I'll just stay with the normal American. I think those are easily $15, $20 cards all day, but I just bought those. So that is it, guys, for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think.